What's interesting is the video that I had put up a few months ago, I think, or at least 2 months ago, called Love Isn't a Man or a Woman. It's airing when we happen to have this Venus conjunct Uranus, which is happening today and tomorrow this weekend. And so I don't remember what I said, but I'm going to watch it with you guys, I guess. And so, but I see, again, I'm compelled to try to express myself about the truth about love that is way beyond people. Otherwise, you see, if it wasn't beyond people, um, then we wouldn't see. People wouldn't exist if love was here. We would know more that love is more real than people. People are an illusion of separateness. And so I made a video that I guess I'll just put it up. But see, we're having as well as it's this beautiful transit with that's cazimi, by the way. These planets are cazimi. Venus is cazimi. I already explained this in my last video, so I'll just leave it at that. And I didn't like it because of the way that some words are coming out, and it's like I'm not conscious of the patterning that I need to nip it. And it's a reason. I mean, it's working on me that I'll get better. Let alone that Microsoft does change slightly some words from past tense to present, or totally reverses it. Easily can do that. Did it on my last video, and it's like, that's not what I meant to say. And they give you ownership instead of doing the egoless route. And anyway, gotta watch out for that, because that's what's misleading people. I mean, one single word thrown off from a master and people are really listening, could slow down evolution for another 250 years or more. If at all, it can go on from there. If they don't understand the equation, then they are stuck there. Anyway, seriously though, how does it work, Shama? Well, anyway, my last video was pretty clear about some things, but the main thing I wanted to mention more, I want to clarify. What love really is, you see. On the 2nd of June, we have Venus conjunct the Sun in Gemini. And it's just, Venus is going away. It's like heart matters and our love lives are being hidden by the Sun. In general, in Gemini, it's very much our communicative realm. It rules lovers. Trying to explain that the twins is actually the two getting together. And but to get back to explaining that love is not a mind thing, it's a heart thing. So it's not an identity thing, a false identity thing. The mind is involved with false identities all around. It is a false identification field. All that you can do is use your imagination in accordance to what you have gathered as an experience, a memory in the mind, and that is very complicating, because if at first you're taught no about a lot of feelings that you're having and just bodily functions, then your mind is going to gather all of that in a different way. See, that starts early in Welcome to Narcissism, figuring out, well, what causes it? Well, by the time you're at 5 and 6, you can see that somebody now is stuck in their mind, and there's all kinds of ways to mask the battle of not getting free of it. How do you get freed of it? Well, you get around people who are free of it. They aren't minds themselves, and they know what they're looking at, and they don't let a toddler get stuck in there. And especially the identity thing, that's what we're talking about, and very much has to do with your name, right? A lot of egos, narcissists. I mean, hey, I'm not saying that you don't come with a vibration, but the truth is that vibration changes. Your real life experience of life You are different people at different times through a process that is needing you to be different. Um, we're just going through a process of transcending, as a matter of fact, letting go all of this. This is like this huge, amazing video game slash toy, but it's for our evolvement and transcendence, like to make it to the next stage, which I'm pretty sure, of course, it's the universe that we don't really see it. We're looking at it through eyeglasses and we're like, how does it work? And we think we're separate and that we're a speck. And it's like, no, you're the center still. Doesn't matter where, I mean, you can just see it as a sphere, and wherever you are on that sphere is always aligned, 0 point to the center. You're never going to get away from it as long as you are in a human spacesuit, the supposed human spacesuit. See, you can call it supposed because the fact is our reality. I don't know if you've noticed, but there are aliens borrowing spacesuits. I'll say it like that, and I mean it. When I say aliens, well, let's talk about the reptilian. There's different kinds. There's different kinds. There's some kinds that are so locked in karma, they're hooked into something. I think they do come from, well, I was almost going to say someplace in outer space, and they made it here, but no, it's another universe that it doesn't thrive very well. It's probably collapsing. There's a lot of problems there, and so the vibration of this entity inside of the human embodiment, so called here in this realm, is very desperate as well as controlling. It is archetypal. It's amazing. It's amazing. This is the black-eyed um, crew. And when I say black eyes, babes, I'm not talking about a literal eye color, because I know that there's really brown and black eyes. No, I'm talking about literally their, you can see like their head empties out. You know, looking inside of it's not outer space. It's not like space. It's the opposite. It's like a pitch blackened, a black hole. Comes with the feeling. Have you ever been with a narcissist? Now, is it a sociopath? Because the feeling for me, the last time I experienced it, I've experienced 3 of them. Well, of the black hole narcissist eye, pitch up, back, black eye, eyes. The last time I experienced it, I was kind of on it, you know, I was kind of on to the, well, the narcissistic personality, right? The traits. It's just a binary processor, and it can be pretty dangerous. It can care less about you as a human being. A heart. So what happened with me when I started to, my body picked it up first, and the hair stood up on the back of my neck. And then my mind was like, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, no, this person is not a humane being. I'm not making a mistake here. I know I have a lot to learn about life, but I don't feel good here. If the hair standing on the back of your neck is feeling good, and as far as according to safety, then pardon me, I guess I have it all wrong. But no, after a while, my children chosen, but spread across the earth, because that's the way it has to be. You're put in the middle of a war zone. That's the way it is. You have experienced it all your life, and you're just now going like this, oh shit, it's actually been all my life, and I've been actually just really cool. Capable of minding my own business. Somehow you were able to do that. You were riding on something that was taking you along, and I must say right now, I'll say it wholeheartedly, you didn't have control. You didn't have control, but you were being taken by your higher self, yes, and also you can call it God. And see, a lot of people, 80% of you cannot relate to this. You don't understand that you don't have control, and that God is in control, and And so money is what you fall back on a lot, right? That system right there is the, oh shucks, I couldn't be human system. It's a safety place for the mental cases too, and in fact, it's kind of been turned into let's club out true intelligence. And so that's what happened over there with the story of Jesus Christ. Hi, Jesus God, we love when we talk about you, don't we? Yes, we do, honey. Happy Sunday. It's really a beneficial time for your body. Do yoga, go outside, take a deep breath in Mother Nature. Look at the sky. Hear the birds. This is where you're going to get your best downloads of what's really going on. With the collective or without it, you know, one of these lifetimes, you know, you're getting an opportunity here in Incarnations of Hell, believe it or not, to come to and actually graduate into the universe and be wholly alive, Huns, wholly alive, way beyond mind. We're going into the body. Oh, and see, if you are experiencing diseases, this is why, is because you have succumbed to going away from your original self. Something on the outer has gotten to you. You know, you ignored your feelings. This is why they call it cancer. It's like, wait a minute, I know cancer as feelings. They're playing a joke on you. I mean, really, they're being very honest. The English language, the alphabet system. But no, it's kind of hilarious with the middle dimension. I call it the middle dimension, where you find birds and words, but it's also the gibberish that we're speaking to each other. And what is it really saying? It says, look at your feelings. If you want to stop getting diseases, it's simple. Then you get into your body, because that's where the feelings is. Your mind does not have feelings. It can produce feelings that are false. You have a false sensation over the mind, and that is corrosive to your real experiences. See, what does it say? There's a way to say it here, and I'll call it up for you. Of course I won't. Fucking phone battery is dead. But to say it precisely, it's better. But I'll try to say it now. I'll make sure to put it as this cover here. Pardon me while I'm getting kind of warm because the fire is going over there, and it's midlife. You know, I'm doing a lot of warmthness. Anyway, there is a passage from the eye to the heart that does not need to filter through the mind. The mind, I'm pretty sure, is the last thing where you just drop it in there and say, there's the right information. And the mind's like, oh, finally, now, you know, you can say with your awareness, now, did you get how that was got? And they'll be like, barely. Could you run that back by me again? Well, just wait a minute. And see, this is the thing, it's about waiting. The narcissist and or mind does not want to wait or for anything. It wants instant gratification and stuff. And it's like, no, in time, you're going to go through experiences. Then you see, the mind wants its gratification of itself, just saying, I'm here. And it's like, no, you're not. The real here is the now. And then you have a body that's having experiences. And then you have a mind over here that you're pouring things into. That's the real life that we're doing. You'll see a philosophy that comes out, and even the cure, and by the way, they're all men that are saying it, that says, this mind thing, we got to get a hold of it, grab the mind and do this and that with the mind. It's all about the mind and positive and negative thoughts, and only catch on to the positive. And when you do a positive one, think of 3 more negative ones. No, when you think of a negative one, do 3 more positive ones. There's a positive and negative one. That's all you got. And you hold on to the positive. All thoughts, my friends, are the same quality in that they can't have existential reality. Now what? What the fuck are you doing over there with your mind in positive and negative? When you're done juggling that over there, you binary processor, doing feeling with it all and everything, let me know, because we have the body and reality here. This is planet Earth, and there is an outer space, the final frontier, where man has never, where it's one small step for just a man bumping into the guru and saying, you mean there's the truth and a bigger, a higher self that I don't even have to worry about it, just animate? What's your interest? What makes you feel good? Key. What makes you feel good? No, it can't be that. The mind gratifying itself? Because how? What? Did somebody reward you with an ice cream? Oh no. How many ice creams do you think you're going to get? Reward after reward. If it's the truth, really, you're going to be rewarded. Now, is it an ice cream that you get? Now what? That's a lot of weight. You can't feel good like that. You can't feel good with all the temporal things, which is the mind. The mind is a temporary thing. You have a solid stream time reality, and it's never not going to be now. This means is now. It's always now. The only solid stream time. Do you ever see? I picture some minds are like, really, and they're like, yes. Dip into it. See, there I am. And it's like there's the salt. It's like a solid stream means when you pour it out, there isn't a break, and so it's like oil when you pour it, and then you put your finger in it. It's like, ooh, you can't even tell it's moving, but when you put your finger, it's like, oh, taste it. It's like, it's actually honey. Yes, that's your life. That's your real life reality. You want to jump in and get rid of that mind and that thinks it's like totally separate, or are you just going to watch it flow? And it's definitely a stream. It's like a river. And the saying goes, well, you can't ever step into the same stream twice. But the real saying would go, you can't even step into the same stream once. Enjoy, Hans.